Right now, a local couple among the dead after a lightning strike while celebrating their anniversary in Washington, D.C. today. We spoke with their family. Plus, a live report from Waukesha as a high-profile campaign visit from the former president is just getting underway. And CrossFit athletes take over downtown Madison for a first-of-its-kind event. We'll check it out straight ahead. News 3 Now at 6 starts right now. First, some breaking news. The DOT says multiple lanes of eastbound I-94 are blocked at County Highway N near Cottage Grove right now. That's due to a crash. This camera shows multiple vehicles are involved here, but further details are not known at this time. Next, we do have an alert day in the forecast for this weekend for potentially dangerous heat and humidity, and that'll be followed up by storms. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our certified most accurate forecast. Gary?
Eric, already the heat is building. You can feel it out here. The humidity is still not too bad, but it's more noticeable than it was at this time yesterday. As we look at visible cloud track, lots of sunshine. That just allowed the sun to warm us up pretty quickly for today. Current temperatures here in Dane County, mainly in the middle 80s. Madison at 85, 84 degrees in Cottage Grove, but a little wider view of southern Wisconsin. You can see those temperatures in the middle 80s, except near Lake Michigan. A little bit of a lake breeze there, keeping temperatures in the 70s in east central Wisconsin, Milwaukee right now at 80 degrees. But dew point temperatures are climbing, already up to about 70 near the Illinois state line, mid to upper 60s from Madison northward, and those numbers will continue to climb. Heat index right now makes it feel like it's 88 in Madison and 93 in Platteville. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. It'll be warm. Temperatures only dropping off to about 77 degrees by late evening, and we do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow for the heat and humidity. I'll have more on that and the potential for some heavy rain and thunderstorms tomorrow night and Sunday in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. As always, if you're away from your television this weekend, be sure to download our free Channel 3000 weather app to stay up to date on all things weather.
We are absolutely thrilled to announce that the 2024 Republican National Convention will be held in the great city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Republicans today unanimously choosing Milwaukee to host the 2024 National Convention, beating out Nashville, Tennessee. That decision announced at the Republican National Committee's summer meeting in Chicago, followed months of wrangling between those two cities. And tonight, a big event for Republicans in Waukesha underway right now, headlined by former President Trump. Our political reporter Will Keneally is there live. Will?
So, Eric, we just heard from Tim Michels, who's a Republican candidate running for governor that Trump has endorsed. And he laid out some priorities that he wants to take into the primary next Tuesday and into the fall as he hopes to face Governor Tony Evers, including crime and education.
Gather together because today is the beginning of a different era. We're going to take back America. Together, we're going to beat Tony Evers. Together, we're going to get Wisconsin headed in the right direction and make it the greatest state that it can be.
So there have been a handful of other Trump-endorsed candidates at the podium today, all touching in some way on election integrity. For his part, Michels says he wants to abolish the Wisconsin Elections Commission. So he'll face Rebecca Kleefisch next Tuesday, who was endorsed by the former VP Mike Pence when he visited Wisconsin earlier this week. We expect Trump to speak within the next hour or so, and we'll have more tonight on News 3 Now. Reporting from Waukesha, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. And it has been a week of dueling endorsements on Wisconsin soil in the Republican gubernatorial primary with former President Trump here tonight. The former Vice President Mike Pence was on the trail earlier this week, along with former Governor Scott Walker in support of Rebecca Kleefisch, who wins the race on Tuesday. Will speak volumes about what it means for Republican Party politics in Wisconsin.
I think it's a very interesting question because Donald Trump is certainly the predominant figure in the Republican Party nationally and is very strong here. On the other hand, Scott Walker's 8 years as governor defined the modern Republican Party in the state, but he's been out of office for 4 years, as has Kleefisch. So it's a really interesting question between the governor who revolutionized Republican politics in Wisconsin versus the president who revolutionized national party politics.
You can see that entire edition of For the Record, including a preview of election night. My sit down with Charles Franklin Sunday morning at 10:30, right after Face the Nation. Then Monday night, be sure to tune into Campaign 2022 Battleground Wisconsin, a 1-hour News 3 special looking at the major races in the Tuesday primary. That is Monday night at 7 o'clock. Developing tonight, the FBI says a wanted man who reportedly shot at an agent last week in Georgia may be in south central Wisconsin right now. The agency says it has reason to believe 24-year-old Joshua Jonathan Luke Brown may be in the Johnson Creek area. There's a federal warrant out on him, as well as a $25,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. He's considered armed and dangerous. Madison police are on the scene of a reported shots fired incident on the city's west side right now. Our crew on the scene says there are several police cars and crime scene tape up. This is near the intersection of Balsam Road and Leland Drive, just off Raymond Road. We have calls out to police, but are still waiting for more information. A lightning strike just outside the White House last night, resulting in the deaths of 3 people, including a couple from Janesville. The 4th victim still hospitalized. That lightning strike happened at Lafayette Park across the street from the White House. Officials say the Janesville couple, 76-year-old James Mueller, died at the hospital last night, and 75-year-old Donna Mueller died early this morning. Their family tells News 3 Now they were visiting D.C. celebrating their 56th wedding anniversary. Those who knew the pair are sharing what they remember about the couple and their thoughts after their sudden deaths. Catherine Merck was in Janesville in their neighborhood today. She heard from family and neighbors. Catherine?
High school sweethearts, grandparents, great-grandparents, and great neighbors. That's what we heard from friends and family who knew the Muellers today. I spoke with a couple family members this morning outside of James and Donna's home. The family is asking for privacy during this time as they navigate what's next. Neighbors who lived by the couple in Janesville called the Muellers good people and great neighbors.
They had a big 4th of July party with lots of guests over, and so it just seemed like they were very socially active, and they're always coming and going, and they make their house so beautiful. So they're just total pleasure to be neighbors with, and it's really going to be a loss for our whole community.
James Mueller owned his own drywall business, and Donna Mueller was a teacher, but currently working at the Comfort Shop in Janesville. The couple had 5 children, 10 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. In a family statement, they said James and Donna would do anything for their family and their friends.
A tragic loss. Catherine, thank you. And today the White House put out a statement saying, quote, "We are saddened by the tragic loss of life. Our hearts are with the families who lost loved ones, and we are praying for those still fighting for their lives." Flags across the city and state today lowered to half-staff in honor of the 10-year anniversary of the Sikh temple shooting in Oak Creek. On this day, 10 years ago, a white supremacist opened fire inside, killing 7 people as they were preparing for Sunday service. Governor Tony Evers today announcing 49 more pardons. That brings his total number of pardons granted to 603 since taking office. The pardons allow people who have completed their criminal sentences to once again be able to serve on a jury, hold public office, and hold certain professional licenses. We have a list of all of them at channel3000.com. Around the state, the Racine Police Department said a 19-year-old man and 16-year-old have been arrested in connection with a shooting that happened during a funeral in Racine earlier this summer. Both of them are facing 26 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety and 2 counts of attempted homicide. 2 people were shot at the funeral, but both are expected to survive. The CrossFit Games in full swing now in Madison, and today, if you were in the downtown area, you may have noticed something a little different. Athletes were actually competing right on the Capitol Square. Our photojournalist Brian Mesmer went to check it out.
Madison and CrossFit are a perfect match, so we get each other.
Let's go, Kato!
It's great for the first time to have something right in the heart, downtown, State Street, the Capitol, everything that is iconic Madison, to have that marriage of these games, which are so important to our community and economy, and the heart of what makes Madison, Madison. We're glad to have all these out-of-town guests experience downtown for a really, really cool competition.
We are from Brisbane, Australia. We come to watch the CrossFit Games and watch the Aussies dominate.
Yeah, we're from West Texas, where everything's hot and windy and tan and brown. Yeah, so it's beautiful here. We've loved the weather. We love the lakes. It's green. It's been awesome.
Every year we have about $12 million that is spent in Dane County from CrossFit attendees.
I want to go and just like run the river and the lakes. The scenery is just unbelievable. The people that we've encountered have been so nice. It's just like an oasis out here right now.
Businesses know what to do, attendees know how to enjoy Madison, and we're just glad to bring them all together downtown today.
Hitting the Capitol, walking around State Street, just checking out some of the local venues, and it's been a treat for us.
We want to hire some bikes and ride around the lake and eat some nice food, some nice local food.
You're almost there! Let's go!
that enthusiasm that visitors have when they are here in Madison. You look at it on the social media, they are excited to be here. They know Madison welcomes them very, very tightly, very closely. Really, CrossFit at this point is part of Madison's extended family.
Again, our thanks to photojournalist Brian Mesmer for putting that together. The games will run through the weekend, and CBS will have live coverage of the biggest competitions on Sunday from noon to 2 p.m. You can watch that right here on Channel 3. And still ahead at 6, good news for Dane County's ongoing battle with COVID-19 and an update on our Fill the Boat campaign collecting school donations for local students. Stay with us.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopco Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, get 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames. Shopco Optical.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
The more you buy, the more you save during Steinhaffel's Buy More, Save More sale. Start with store-wide savings of 35% or more, and then take an extra $100 off $19.99, $200 off $29.99, or $300 off your purchase of $39.99 or more. Mattresses, sofas, dining, bedrooms, and more. The more you buy, the more you're gonna save. So shop today in-store or online. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
I'm Rebecca Clayfish, and your choice for governor is clear. I'm the Tea Party mom who took on the Madison establishment and won. Tim Michaels is a Madison insider who's enriched himself with your tax dollars. I stood with Scott Walker to cut your taxes. Tim Michaels sided with the union bosses and pushed to raise our gas tax to make himself richer. Tim Michaels is out for himself. I'm Rebecca Clayfish. As governor, I'll always fight for you.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopco Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. It's back to school time. Prep your student for success with a comprehensive eye exam.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Dane County has dropped from a high level of COVID-19 in the community to a medium level. That's according to the latest update from the CDC. The medium level of COVID-19 activity means the CDC recommends wearing a mask if you have symptoms or have tested positive for COVID-19 or if you're on public transportation. The end of summer quickly approaching, and for kids and their families, that means the start of a new school year. So News 3 Now wants to help make sure all students are ready for it. For the second year in a row, News 3 Now is teaming up with the Boys and Girls Club for the Back to School Fill the Boat fundraiser on Lake Wingra. Tahlil Mohadeen joins us there live. And how's it looking, Tahlil?
Eric, I'd say we're close. Inside, we've got backpacks, your classic crayons, and a relatively new essential Lysol wipes. Now you can see there's still a little bit of room on the boat for some more stuff, so almost, but not quite just yet. The good news is you can still come by to Lake Wingra to donate. Now, News 3 and the dozens who have already come by are trying to help gather as many school supplies as possible to make sure every student in our area has what they need to succeed. And representatives from the Boys and Girls Club say with the cost of school supplies going up by 18%, it's especially important to donate now.
So we know families who are already struggling are now going to be challenged even further to decide between food or school supplies. But we know that school supplies are so important for students to be prepared for success for the academic year.
Last year, in addition to giving away hundreds of backpacks, News 3 was able to help the Boys and Girls Club raise $20,000. Now, today is the last day of what has been a week-long fundraiser, but we'll be here until 9, so we hope you can come by, help us fill our boat, and make a difference. Live from Lake Wingra, Tahlil Mohadeen, News 3 Now.
Tahlil, thank you. More to come tonight when we return. Red hot hiring puts recession fears on the back burner. We'll take a look at the latest jobs report. Plus, we have an alert day in the forecast for the weekend. Gary Canalti will break it all down for us up next.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Mornings can be a little crazy. Whether you're rushing to get your teeth brushed or cleaning up after breakfast before the bus gets here, Tuscany faucets make it easy. You don't have to sacrifice style for function. Tuscany's dependable, so there's nothing to worry about. And when there's finally time to relax, you can focus on doing what you love. Tuscany, quality you can see. Only at Menards.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing families $5 grand more for their necessities. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Outlets at the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family vacationers, trendsetters, and all who love a smoking hot discount. We are all about the thrill of the deal, the joy of finding the thing you forgot to pack, the backpack that the kids really, really want, the sneakers that make PE class the most awesome, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Get the first day look they want and save up to 70% off everything for back to school. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
It's Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Get a 20-cent fuel saver when you buy 10 pork chops. A 20-cent fuel saver on Sunbelt Bakery granola bars when you buy 4. A 15-cent fuel saver on Hy-Vee cereal when you buy 5. A 5-cent fuel saver on a gallon of Hy-Vee white milk. And get a 10-cent fuel saver on Hy-Vee purified drinking water when you buy 2 24-packs. Don't miss Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
The red-hot labor market is still going strong. Government data out today shows in July, the U.S. added more than 500,000 jobs. Unemployment now at a 50-year low, staving off recession fears for now. Elise Preston takes a look at the latest jobs report.
The hiring heat wave is showing no signs of cooling. The Labor Department says the economy added 528,000 jobs in July, more than double what economists had anticipated. Unemployment also ticked down to 3.5%, hitting pre-pandemic levels.
It's a somewhat surprising result, with gains broad-based among totally different kinds of sectors: leisure and hospitality, business and professional services, government, all these different areas seeing a big uptick in hiring.
Despite those gains, leisure and hospitality is still down more than 1 million jobs from its February 2020 level. Virginia restaurant owner Tony Stafford says he just can't find enough workers.
It's tougher now than it was 2 years ago, a year ago, even 6 months ago.
These are the areas that really do need to see more help, but people are not going there.
The salon industry, which lost longtime stylists during the pandemic, is having trouble staying a cut above.
If we have jobs for every single one of our students, which we likely do, we still cannot fill the need or the demand in the industry.
Experts say this overall healthy jobs report also gives the Federal Reserve reason to continue its aggressive rate hikes this year.
We must see inflation come under control, and the Fed's tool of raising interest rates, it may be a blunt tool, but it's probably the best one we have.
Consumers are seeing some relief in the system. Mortgage rates dropped this week, and drivers have seen more than 50 days of lower gas prices. If you're fortunate enough to save some money, that's earning more interest in the bank too. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Well, get ready for some heat tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with your first warn weather. Gary?
Well, Eric, we have an alert day in the forecast. We've had it in there for the last few days because of the potential for high heat and humidity, dangerously hot for some people. Look for high temperatures tomorrow around 92, heat index about 96 to 101 degrees. And this is for all of southern Wisconsin. Nobody will escape the heat. As far as heat safety tips, make sure you stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. Try to get into air conditioning as much as possible. This is only a one-day heat wave, so it's not going to last for days on end. But make sure you limit strenuous activities. You know, you're outside and about. Just take it easy for tomorrow. Wear lightweight or light-colored clothing to help reflect some of the heat. And make sure you check on elderly and pets and infants that really are not as easily able to tolerate the heat as people who are able-bodied. You can see tomorrow high temperatures upper 80s to lower 90s through all of Dane County. Madison, we're looking for a high temperature of 92 degrees, but those temperatures at or above 90 pretty much for the entire Madison metro area and all of southern Wisconsin for that matter. Three things you need to know. It'll be a scorcher for tomorrow, no doubt about it, but thunderstorms will develop tomorrow night into Sunday ahead of a cold front that'll be moving through. And it'll be a slow-moving cold front, so there'll be some rounds of showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could produce heavy rainfall. But once the storms clear out of here on Monday morning, we've got dry weather. In fact, most of next week will be dry starting Monday afternoon going all the way into next weekend. Future track precipitation from the waves of showers and thunderstorms from tomorrow night into Sunday night, and then a few showers on Monday morning. Some areas could pick up over 2 or 3 inches of rain. It all depends on where the heavier bands of thunderstorms go. Eastern Iowa, southern Minnesota might be an area that sees more rain because they'll more likely see several rounds of showers and thunderstorms starting earlier tomorrow and then lasting into Sunday night, whereas southern Wisconsin, especially from Madison to the south and east, might only see 1 or 2 rounds of storms, and that would limit the rainfall potential. Severe weather outlook, I'm not looking for much in the way of severe weather. If there is anything, it will more likely be tomorrow night north and west of our viewing area. An outside risk of a severe thunderstorm from the Storm Prediction Center. High winds would probably be the main threat. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot, humid, no rain during the day. High temperature topping out at 92 degrees. On future track, you can see the thunderstorm activity starting to come in from the north and west. Madison to the north and west out toward Richland Center. You probably see the thunderstorms already tomorrow evening. Everybody sees them overnight. Temperatures only drop into the mid-70s. One wave of storms moves out Sunday morning. We might see a break Sunday afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s and low 80s. And then here comes another round of thunderstorms tomorrow night or Sunday night into early Monday morning. Then the wind shift to the north. Temperatures drop into the 60s, and that starts to clear things out. Rainfall amounts, again, spotty. Some areas picking up 2 or 3 inches of rain. Most areas at least a ½ inch to an inch. But as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, once we get past the storms this weekend, look for dry weather for most of next week. High temperatures, very comfortable. Humidity levels low. Maybe a slight chance of a thunderstorm by next weekend.
And coming up in sports, the Wisconsin D-line had a different type of summer workout this year. Why it's one the guys say they're not going to forget anytime soon. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Maybelline New York's Instant Eraser. Our do-it-all concealer. Conceal. Contour. Correct. Now with up to 12-hour moisturizing wear. Instant Eraser Concealer. Maybelline New York.
I want to share my story so others can know that they are not alone.
When my mom and dad were first expecting, the pregnancy had complications and there was very little chance of survival. My mom's health was at risk too. She chose to end the pregnancy.
It was my decision, not some politicians.
Every woman should have the right to make her own decision. And I'll fight alongside you every step of the way until you do. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Out here, we know a thing or two about beef. Hy-Vee knows beef too. Only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to bear the Hy-Vee brand. Only 6 out of 100. Quality like that is hard to find. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward? Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days. Now through August 14th, Rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash August 18th through the 28th. Right now, get a free $10 gift card when you buy a large bag of Hill's Science Diet dog or cat food. Outdoor play and water toys are half off, and all athletic shoes are on sale. Not a Rewards member? Sign up today and start earning Blaine's Bucks now to spend later, just like cash.
Wisconsin is now one of the nation's most important political battlegrounds. The August primaries and November midterms could set a new course for our state and our country.
News 3 Now brings you a look at the key races and issues in Campaign 2022 Battleground Wisconsin.
Monday at 7 p.m.
It's been a good summer for Greg Gard. Not only does he get to go to France for 10 days with his team, he also gets to see what he has in his squad with 10 practices and 4 games over the next couple weeks, which is great news for the young group of Badgers. More good news, their non-conference schedule dropped today, and UW will ease into Big Ten play. Besides 2 trips to Milwaukee and the battle for Atlantis, Wisconsin is home for 6 games starting November 7th against South Dakota. Green Bay, Wake Forest, Lehigh, Grambling State, and Western Michigan are also coming to the Kohl Center. The Wisconsin D-line is the most experienced group on Jim Leonard's defense returning from last season. Keanu Benton is back along with Isaiah Mullins, and Rodas Johnson has all the pieces for a monster year. Part of what makes that unit so good, how they trained in the summer. This year, they switched sports for a workout with the Badger wrestling team. And let's just say they're not going to forget their time on the mat.
You have to pay your respect to the wrestlers. I mean, that's a hard sport. That's a tough sport. So just being in there, feeling how hot it was and going continuously, just kind of, it killed.
Great conditioning, great work, and just different. Break up the monotony a little bit in the summer. I know a lot of those guys were really excited to get up there and do something a little bit different, kind of get out of their comfort zone, and excited to see if they can apply any of this stuff here in fall.
Leroy Butler's Hall of Fame week continued today in Canton, Ohio, where the former Packers safety and the rest of his Hall of Fame class took part in a team photo with other members of the Hall. And for Butler, the realization that he'll be enshrined tomorrow is starting to hit him.
That picture we just took, that's what every guy talks about. And I didn't know what they were talking about, the team photo, but it's the one team you can't get traded, you can't get cut. And then you keep thinking about it. The number that I have is 357. There's only 362 guys in the Hall of Fame.
Jerry Kelly up in Calgary playing in the Shaw Charity Classic this week, and as expected, he's playing pretty well. The Madison native shot a first-round 68, carding 3 birdies and a bogey to sit tied for 8th at 2 under. He's 4 back, heading into the 2nd round.
All right, Zach, thank you. We go to Gary, final check. Just keeps warming on up out there.
Temperatures right now, middle 80s through all of southern Wisconsin, away from Lake Michigan. A little bit of a lake breeze there, keeping temperatures a little cooler. But the dew point temperatures are continuing to climb. They're in the 60s to around 70 degrees now. That's what it feels like. Tomorrow this time, it'll probably feel more like about 100.
Alert day in the forecast for tomorrow. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Have a great evening. We'll be back tonight at 10.